What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Dime Dropper for another free agency episode. We got two guests today. I think this is maybe my first time doing two guests, but besides those those playoff previews, my boy Fabian Perspect TV, who you might recognize from the Knicks, the Mellow Era Knicks video, What Went Wrong. We are going to still release part 4 very shortly, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, and of course a regular. First time since his Celtics came up short in the finals. My man.
Damn, you got to start it off with that. How we lost in the finals, Dime? Why you got to kick it off like that? You know what I'm saying? That's dirty.
Can he complete the intro? Oh, can he complete the
intro? Yeah, I mean, my fault. Go ahead.
Make sure to subscribe on YouTube before we get started at Dime Dropper Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to their YouTube channels as well. You guys can honestly plug yourselves, and then make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Dime Dropper Pod. You guys can throw yours up there, and we'll remind them at the end as well.
I'm retweeting all this shit. I see you back. I could tell people don't like me on Twitter. I'd be like, yo, I'm laughing at you motherfuckers all day.
Fave, promote your shit because I'm ready to promote mine.
Yo, Favorite Perspective TV. You already know we live on there. Favorite Perspective TV clips. We're on Twitter. We're on everywhere. Put it in perspective. Still hot and popping. Tomorrow, Friday, 6 p.m. All Ball with Uncle Ice. We're gonna be on there live from Harlem. Just you know how it is. It's me, my personality, all vibrant / editor / producer / I don't know, mogul / superstar / all that shit. It's your turn, O.
Yo, that was dope. That intro was hard. Dime, I like your intro. Dime always got the dope ass intros. Yo, this othagreat, man. Y'all know what the fuck it is, man. Yo, it's High Off the Glass. You know what I'm saying? I got the old school shirt, you know what I'm saying, when I first started this motherfucker. High Off the Glass, subscribe to it on YouTube, wherever you listen to podcast, live show. New episode this Sunday, 2 to 3 Central Standard Time. I'm interviewing my man. I don't know the brother's last name. His name is Damon. He is an executive, and guess what league you would never guess? The ABA. The ABA is back, y'all. Can you believe it? The ABA is back. So I'm excited about it. We're gonna talk to my man Damon about his role with the ABA, what's going on with it, how many cities they're in right now, how many cities they plan on going to. So check it out, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts. It's gonna be live on YouTube. Go to High Off the Glass page, My City, My Music. You'll be able to find it. Check it out, y'all.
There we go. So make sure you shoot these guys a follow on all their platforms. There is no better way to start today than the news that shocked me and the basketball world.
Yes, the hell it did.
Kevin Durant, according to Shams and Woj, wants out of Brooklyn. This is coming off a couple days from Kyrie opting in. All the controversy surrounding it, whether KD was putting pressure on the organization for them to give Kyrie Irving a max or not. Eventually, they didn't budge. Kyrie Irving opted in, and it was said that he wanted to honor his commitment with Kevin Durant to stay and build something in Brooklyn, now with Ben Simmons in the mix. But we here today, and we still don't know exactly why, so we're all going to speculate, and we're going to talk about it here. Kevin Durant wants out again. He wanted out of Golden State. He wanted out of Oklahoma City. He wants to go to his 4th team. This is unprecedented. I'm going to go to O first. What you got, man? You seem very strong opinion about this. Because I got a strong one, too.
Man, the first place my mind goes is you're that good at basketball, but you don't like your basketball life. Like, you really don't like your basketball life. You are one of the – God has gifted you with the ability to play ball at a level that very few will ever feel that feeling. You have that ability, yet you are never happy wherever you're at. You won 2 championships off of somebody else's back, on somebody else's team. You felt all the shit that we said. You know what I'm saying? You felt it. So you were like, let me go start my own thing and do it. I did it already, so I know how to do it now. Plus, I got 2 chips. I can always fall back on them. You hooked up with the last motherfucker you should hook up with, but you thought, hey, it'll work with him. He's my boy. He can dribble real good. So, you know what I'm saying? You hook up with him, it fails, and now you dip again. Man, this is so hilarious on so many levels. I'm just gonna end it like this. Let y'all talk, man. The Brooklyn Nets acquiesce to everything you and your weird ass homeboys asked for. Like all that weird shit y'all was talking about, they acquiesced and did the shit.
What about the contract though? with Kyrie, like this contract. Kyrie wants a max deal. Is that actually happening everything?
That last little one, no. But everything else they did, they finally had some common damn sense because finally Sean Marks was like, okay, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? And the enough is enough. We can't be that stupid. But the main thing is this. These fools gave away, do you know that the Brooklyn Nets will not have a pick until 2028?
Traded it all for James Harden, and that's what we need to talk about as well in this live.
Both of them, like Harden and Kyrie, like, bro, they literally gave away all.
Kyrie was a free agency signing.
Yeah, it was nothing with him.
No, nothing with him.
That was all Harden. Like, it did everything you want, and yet you're out of money. You put these cats through hell, and now they won't have a pick until 2028. I just think that's crazy, man. Man.
Fabian, let's hear your thoughts coming from New York. You know, you've been around the Nets fans, and one of your good friends is a Nets fan. So everybody was all these Nets fans thought that Kevin Durant was really committed to this franchise. He wanted to be in New York, doing his business, the boardroom. This is what he preached. He said he wanted to be a Net. He re-signed for big money. And it kind of reminds me of when Paul George requested a trade. He re-signed for big money. Everyone thought he was staying. And just like that, with a snap of a finger, he wants out. What's your thoughts?
Listen, man. I've been waiting for this for 3 years since they signed him.
Word.
They told me,
say word.
All you fake Brooklyn fans, you jump ship. You know who they are. I don't even want to call their names. I'll let them just sit in the
feel
fire.
free. I got some
cats.
Fabe, I got some cats in my mentions. I can't wait to fucking light up right quick. I ain't even talking to man.
They're not showing up. They're hiding because I've been saying it for 3 years. Listen, they're the crybaby brothers. You can't. It's not like we didn't see the writing on the wall. Like Kyrie,
I didn't see this writing on this wall.
It was a shocker, but it's shocking, but it's more shocking because, Kyrie opted in, and it's like, are you seriously letting him run the franchise? And it's like, all right, so there's multiple reports. If they want to play together, teams are offering them whatever. What do you mean if? KD's like, why wouldn't you stay if that's the case?
Yeah, KD don't want to play with him. He don't want to play with him.
I disagree.
I don't think so.
I think he wants to play with them.
Yeah.
Why? No, he doesn't. Why would he want to play with Kyrie, dude? He opted. He wants a trade. Trade means leave.
Okay. Hold on. Stop right there.
Yeah.
Why would you want to leave if you know the Nets don't want him?
The Nets want him. I mean, here's the thing. The Nets offered the $36 million to Kyrie because they had to. It's guaranteed money. It was a player option. Of course, he took it. He's there. They're not going to be able to just trade Kyrie to wherever. Who's going to pick up that $36 million for somebody who's barely going to play ball?
First of all, it's been. And this is what I've been.
It's not even about Kyrie right now. This is about Kevin Dumbass. This is about Kevin Dumbass, not Kevin Durant. Kevin Dumbass, because he literally just played himself. Done.
We're on the same page. What I'm saying is that it's an expiring contract at the end of the day. That's why all these Knicks fans go crazy. And I'm like, what's wrong with taking on a Kyrie contract or a Russell Westbrook contract and you too, you didn't understand it.
Hell yeah. I remember we was talking about that. It was crazy when you said it did.
Because we did it. What we talked about, Dom, we did it with Marbury when we shipped his ass to your team. He was sitting at home that whole time. He came and visited the Garden when he was signed to us. And we shipped him home for his last expiring deal, his year on the deal.
Okay.
Same thing happened with John Wall last year.
What did you get out of it? You cleared some money on the books, and what did you net from?
We sent him to Minnesota and they bought him out. That's how we opened the books up to sign Amari Stoudemire, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that Amari deal didn't work out too well, so but
that's foul, but that was the reason why we were in position to go get. Yeah, but that's his knees fucked up. I'm just saying that's why we were in position to get LeBron and with Donnie Walsh. We were doing great GMing in that case. Same thing would be with this now. I don't understand. The point is, the Nets have every reason to get rid of Kyrie now. They're telling you they don't want him. They're basically saying we're not going to re-sign him unless we get a different kind of deal. So why wouldn't you stay there, Kevin? You want to play with Kyrie. Or you don't want to hurt his feelings.
Listen, I heard that somebody told me, one of my good friends told me that he knows someone that said that they were working out like yesterday together. Like they're cool.
Obviously they're cool. They're more than cool, Dime.
If they cool
together, they're trying to. I think they're staging a coup against the front office or something.
So y'all think so? Let me see if I can wrap my.
Which is ridiculous. I know.
I'm gonna try to wrap my basketball mind. See, this ain't even basketball. This is
I know
drama.
WWE. That's what I've been saying all day, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is basketball drama right now. I'm gonna try to wrap my basketball drama mind around this. So y'all mean to tell me that these pretty much, you know what I mean, just add an orange ball to the shit. Well, it better say Spalding, not Wilson. F that Wilson ball. I got a problem with that. That's another rant for later. I don't like that Wilson ball. Anyways, what is it? Y'all try to figure out. Yeah. So y'all basically saying that these cats are basically on some, all right, I'm going to opt in because I got to get that 36 mil. You say you want to trade. Wherever you go, I'm going to tell them to send me there, and boom, that's going to work. That's what y'all saying.
Why wouldn't it work?
I think that's how crazy they are. Yeah.
The team, and they crazy ass mind, you're probably right. They may be thinking some dumb shit like that, but I seriously doubt it because guess what? The team that old boy wants to go to, Phoenix or Miami, they can barely afford to get KD. They can't afford to get Kyrie and KD. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
We're saying, hold on. First of all, I'm saying if you're Kevin, the reason why we know they want to play together still is because he's not staying. If the Nets told Kevin Durant, yo, we're getting rid of Kyrie, you stay in the league, and he goes, yo, I told y'all to keep him. I'm out. He didn't announce this today. They announced this today. KD been told the Nets, nah, get my man a sign and trade or a longer term deal, or I'm out. They've been knew about this. There's no way he just
doesn't like it. Oh, so you think so? So you think
nobody has reported that fact? Where have you heard that?
I don't need to.
Come on,
nobody reported that.
Pure speculation.
Nobody. It was also speculation when I said that it would be the worst signing. It would be totally risky to sign these two together. And what happened? Oh, what happened? Exactly.
That's common sense. That's common sense, though.
This is common sense.
Let me clarify to the viewers. So what Fabian is saying is that he thinks that when Kyrie opted in, KD was not fucking with that. He wanted him to either get the extension that Kyrie wanted or to get a sign and trade so they at least get compensation for him. I think, though, he wanted Kyrie to just get the max. That's what I think he wanted, so they could both be on there long term. And so you're saying when Kyrie opted in, KD was done after that a couple days ago? Is that what you're saying?
Once the Nets didn't offer him what they were looking for. Because remember, the words you guys don't want to use is that they've been extorting Josiah and Sean Marks the last 3 years. They have all extortion. They got James Harden through extortion. They got rid of the old coach through extortion.
Atkinson. We need to talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Right. So
themselves with that.
Kyrie's the leader of the team, and Kevin Durant's supposed to be. That's the problem. Kevin Durant is not a leader, but he keeps why are you jumping to all these locations when the leadership's already in place in Golden State? Why'd you leave? I don't know if we want to get into that right now, Don. But there's leadership already in place with the Nets. You messed it up by bringing your toxic girlfriend.
But let's be. But what leadership was there? D'Angelo Russell, like that's not going to get you anywhere.
Sean Marks and Josiah. They're the leadership. You should have just allowed Sean Marks to do his thing. He's a great GM.
So you're saying that KD and Kyrie were trying to let GM it, like they're trying to. That's what you think, that they were being the front office?
Well, how is that in question?
It's just because it's so weird how 1 second it's like they're getting whatever they want, and now they're going to leave because of the front office. Like, at what point where we get into this player empowerment conversation is interesting, because it's like, how much power do they have? And then you want to leave because you're not getting the power. It's very hard. It's a slippery slope to not piss off these star players.
And that is it right there. That slope right there is the one that needs to be looked at. And I hate to say this because, look, I'm all down for player empowerment. I want the players to have control of what they want. But when it's to the point where you literally F up your franchise, or you F up a franchise and then just straight leave them, somebody's got to be held accountable for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's so many teams we could say right now. The fakers with Rob Pelinka. You don't blame Rob, you blame Bron and them. What is it? Sean Marks with the Nets. You don't blame Sean Marks, you blame KD and them. It's just like. It's just so many different teams, that are going down this path. I want the players to have power, but good God, they taking it somewhere else, man. It's just like all they want to do is play with their boys and just assume, well, we boys and we play pickup real good and we play in the Olympics real good. Well, shit, it'll work in the league. This is the fucking league. This is the NBA. These are the greatest athletes in the world, yo. You know what I mean? You can't pick up games in the Olympics where you playing overseas bums, you know what I'm saying? And you got a superior team. And matter of fact, let me not sleep on the overseas because them cats hoop. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them games was kind of close. Y'all played low-key shitty, but y'all won, though. I'm just going to say this. The NBA is something different, especially when you're in that second season, which is that playoffs, and you're already hurt. Because that's the thing with this. Look. I'm gonna just keep it for 1,000% funky with y'all. This is me. I've been said this shit. I said this to my brother and shit a couple years ago. He thought I was crazy, and then when he came back from his injury, he really thought I was crazy. But I said this shit. I said when KD hurt himself in 2019 against Toronto, he was not going to be the same KD that we know. He is just not. Now, I know he looked dope year before last against Milwaukee in that playoff. I know he looked dope. But you know what he looked like this year against my boy JT? And you know what he looked like against Grant Williams? He looked like a goddamn baby deer. He looked like a baby deer on offense and defense.
What about last year, though? That was arguably his best. That last year was one of the best series he's ever had against Milwaukee.
I think,
but that's year before last. We got to talk about recently.
No.
But you said after the injury. That's the only reason I'm saying that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I know. He clowned. That's what I'm saying. Year before last, he clowned.
Listen.
But Faith, listen, Faith. All I'm saying is this. That dude will not be the same dude that we used to. Y'all can bend over backwards teams and give whatever you want to get him. I understand. And will he make you an instant championship caliber team? Yes, the hell he will. Will he make you a contender? Yes, he will. But I don't think he's going to give you what the fuck you think he's going to give you. I don't think KD has it anymore.
Anymore? I don't know if he ever had it.
Well, what you talking about?
I'm gonna stand. I said this.
I'm not somewhere else with it.
I'm not switching up. No, I'm not switching up. I said when they got eliminated, I don't think KD's gonna lead his team to a championship ever as the consensus best player, and I still stand by that. And this further is gonna prove my point. He's running away again. Like, this is my thing. So
preach.
Run away. All right, this is what I need to say though. Okay, so this guy made the first move. He left. By the way, we were talking about this earlier, me and Fabian. Compared to a lot of players that start on the small market franchises, he was gifted 2 awesome young players. Now, obviously, they let go of Harden, and they may have made a mistake there, but they still had Westbrook.
It made sense. It made sense at the time. At the time. Nobody thought Harden was going to go to what he got to, and Harden didn't do nothing but be somebody. Harden didn't really do shit but go to a team, and you the only scorer. That's why he had those numbers. But my bad. Go ahead.
But no, the point is, he and Westbrook were a top duo in the league. They were one game away from beating the 73-9 Warriors. You lose, you join them, which was viewed as the most
biggest punk move.
Exactly, the most
biggest punk
softest move by a superstar in his prime ever, right? So he does that. And when I was talking to Fabian about this, and I was saying, like, when he got there, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm pissed off. It sucks. They're way too good. But try to do something special. Try to maybe get 4 chips in a row that we haven't seen since Bill Russell Celtics. Take advantage of this opportunity and make it so that it becomes so much that we're complaining how unfair it is. Like, try to replicate something like close to the Bulls. And they really could have done it. I really think that if they were healthy, they could have just been a contender every single year for a long time. But he wanted to leave. He wanted to leave because he wanted to do his own thing, as you said. And another thing we got to talk about, he and Steve Kerr didn't see eye to eye fully. He went and they didn't want to be coached by a real coach in Atkinson. They wanted Nash. That was their call that they wanted Nash. So when everyone says they don't have a good coach, this is what they wanted. And when Kyrie and KD are podcasting, talking about, I don't even think we need a head coach. Like, one night Kevin could be the coach. That's like one thing I've noticed about all these GOATs we talk about, the Currys, the Duncans, the Kobes, the Jordans, they want to be coached. And this is like, KD was being coached and then he dipped.
But I want to say something. I want to sit here before you jump off. Say what?
And he wants to leave again now after getting swept 3 years afher having his own empire. And as you said, getting basically what he wanted. He got James Harden. It's insane to me.
I feel you. I just want to say this real quick.
Tied together.
I want to bring it back to KD Warriors. Okay. People forget. I always say this first. And we always go to this first. He had a great situation in Golden State, but he fucked it up and he left because he didn't respect those championships and he wanted to win it on his own. But we also forget the little digs that organization would give him. Like, dude, you're not really a part of us for real. You just came on and got the winning later. We did this without you. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know what I'm talking about.
So
The
what
Yeah, I
60
do. But don't you
this-
think that came from a little bit of uncertainty whether he was going to stay or not?
No, how is that uncertainty? The goddamn Bob Myers Pete Myers on the damn champion.
It's Bob Myers.
It's Bob Myers with
Yeah.
the
I
brown hair.
think isn't Pete Myers the one that played for the Bulls?
Yes.
He did.
Okay.
No, but the young dude is Bob. Okay, no, I thought Bob
Bob
Myers on the stage at the championship damn parade is talking about how he's not the one of the original. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all the places to dig somebody, to the point where everybody else was like, "Oh, damn, that's effed up."
And KD has said that the Warriors media was part of the reason why he got annoyed and stuff and didn't feel like the thing. But it's okay, fine. You leave Golden State, and I honestly think people were rooting for him to show himself in Brooklyn. And then you're out the first year.
People were.
You're out the first year with your injury. That's fine. Second year, you come back, you miss a lot of the season with the injury, and I think they're resting him to make sure he was fresh for the playoffs, which he was after getting a big three. And then you okay the trade for Ben Simmons. And so you obviously had a hand in, the potential future of this team. And now you get swept, have the worst series of your career, and you bail? Nah, man. I know they may have messed up with Kyrie, but the fact of the matter is he opted in, and next offseason is next offseason. He didn't want to play this season with Ben Simmons and Kyrie with no guarantee after. I'm just saying, these Nets fans, I would be so pissed if I was a Nets fan. I would have my kerosene out and just burn his jersey. I would piss on it. Oh my God, I'd be so mad.
Yeah.
And it happened. He left that way with Golden State. He didn't leave on a high. He left when he was injured, and they lost.
At least he won 2 championships, though.
At least he finished his contract. He's never left without doing his contract. This is crazy.
Stephen O. Smith. But Stephen, you calm your ass down, older great.
Stephen O. Smith.
Stephen O. Smith. What I'm
like
saying
that's
is,
a diss.
but you just loud. Doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means you loud. But my fault. What I'm saying is that
I'm gonna need to turn my shit down for real.
What I'm saying is that he left on a low and he's not realizing it. Like, why would you leave? Why are you leaving Golden State? Everyone considers them a
we just said why. We just said why, man.
No. You said why, and I'm telling you. Okay,
Dime did too.
This guy, shut his mic off. The CEO was on stage making a joke, right? Draymond Green cursed him out, called him a bitch and all. Okay, granted, we can say me and Dom talked about it earlier.
There's more instances than that too. 60 Minutes interview, like
whatever. The point is that if that was you or me, you sound like you vocalize everything. You vocalize if you just fought or something like that. Oh, you're not gonna hold back on Draymond. You're not gonna hold back on the CEO. Meaning that's not gonna be in your way. That's not gonna rattle your brain. This guy's a non-confrontational dude. He's scared of these dudes. He's scared of a CEO like that.
Man, throwing out that word scared, man, that's dangerous.
Terrified, bro. I know
man.
when people are terrified around other people.
Wow, yeah, that is kind of but I see what you're saying.
Listen, man, when it's just men being men. When we clown on each other, when somebody can't joke on each other, it kind of ruins the vibe. Oh, we can't joke with you like that. Damn, it ruins the old. All right, so what is he thinking? I gotta walk on eggshells for you. Why?
Here's the thing.
You're Kevin Durant.
Hey, you know what, Fabe? You make a great point, but here's the thing. When you want to play and joke with me, right? And I get that you're trying to do that, but real talk, I just got here. I barely know y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get to know y'all and get, you know what I'm saying, ingratiated with y'all, get connected with y'all. Do we have to joke like that? Like, I don't mind joking, but you hitting kind of low, you know what I mean? Like,
what was so low about that?
Bro, you know how it, bro, we from the East Coast. So, it's different with us. Like, that's the way we talk with motherfuckers.
He's from the East Coast. He's from Baltimore.
He's from out fucking the outskirts, man. He's from like the suburbs and shit of Maryland and shit. Like, so fucking, you know what I'm saying?
You could be from anywhere and you can still speak up and be a confrontational.
True.
Dude.
It's just like you said, though. He's non-confrontational. So I guess I just think that type of gorilla type, you know what I'm saying, a manly attitude, he wouldn't with it, especially when it's not his domain. If it was his domain, he'd be with it, but it wasn't his domain. Not
even gorilla type of dude. It's not even about being a gorilla. It's just about pulling somebody to the side. Kobe Bryant had to learn. It had the opposite problem when he was too confrontational. They were like, "You got to chill." He had to learn how to chill out. But he went and actually attempted to settle that issue that he had. Yeah. Kevin Durant has yet to do that. As a matter of fact, everywhere he goes, the alpha personalities he's intimidated by, and it's obvious. Draymond's an alpha personality. Russell Westbrook's an alpha personality. Kyrie Irving, what's he doing? He's clinging to him because he's really scared. Kyrie vocalizes everything. He's not scared to speak his mind, which I've always liked about Kyrie, but it's too much. Just like Draymond be doing too much. If you can put a mic in front of Kyrie Irving, he's saying a whole bunch of shit that he really gonna take back and apologize for. It's like Draymond did this week. But that's my thing with Kevin Durant. Dog, you're not that dude. If you're not that dude, know your limitations. If you don't want to be the leader, don't be the leader, but go stay with a team that has leadership. It made no sense leaving Golden State. It just didn't. So now you want to leave the Nets? Why? Why would you, when they gave you everything? That makes no sense.
It's like that's what it's really coming down to, guys. With KD is like and this is the reason why I'm so tough on him is because he's one of the best players of my lifetime. I mean, you guys have been around to see Jordan and some better players, but man, for me, it's like Kobe, LeBron, Duncan, and then Steph Curry, and then KD, Giannis. I mean, honestly, KD, Steph, and LeBron after Kobe and Duncan retired have been the three best players of like most popular NBA players. Steph, KD, and LeBron.
You're right.
And so for KD to, here's the crazy part. This is making LeBron's moves look more like honestly noble. This is absurd.
Right. Like we gave Bron
a trade.
We gave Bron so much shit for going to Miami. And some people gave him shit for going to Cleveland. And he ain't do nothing like what these motherfuckers are doing.
Kevin Durant is bizarro LeBron.
But it ain't just KD though. It ain't just KD. It's AD. It's Ben Simmons. It's Jamie Harden. It's Kyrie.
All those players you just named. To me, I consider Kevin Durant a level above these guys. Like this is a guy we talk about as top 20 player. If you're a top 20 player and people think that has ever existed out of all the incredible players that have played, that's such a high compliment especially from someone like me who and all of us that know the history of the game well. For me to even consider him that is a huge compliment in itself. And so for him to act this way,
he was a top 20 all time.
I thought he was, but now I'm honestly having doubts because I think how you carry yourself and everything matters too. It's not just what you do on the court. It's like he clearly doesn't have as much confidence in his team or himself, I guess, on the court. Because does he not think the Nets have a chance to win a championship with his roster? Like people think that.
Of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Because does he not have a roster? Duh.
The Simmons just came from Philadelphia and they see him. They're like, yeah, we ain't rocking with him.
They know him. Time out though. When they said, and this was the most public of all. This was even more public than that KD wanted Harden. He was like Ben Simmons. That's a good. Like he okayed it. He okayed it. And plus, Ben Simmons as a third option is not a terrible idea.
You guys,
Dime don't say that. Dime do not say he is not an option. He is not an option. Stop it.
Dime needs some toxic women in his life. You need to go through some toxic relationships, like 2 or 3.
I need to go through the toxic relationships.
Yes, you need at least 2 or 3, so you could pick up on the toxic behavior. They're not gonna say shit they mean, and they're gonna flip on everything. Kevin Durant doesn't say anything he means. Didn't he say this was his last stop? Yeah. He has a no trade clause.
Yeah.
So you don't think that he wanted Ben Simmons? I mean, listen, that was a good for what Harden like.
He probably did. They're both toxic because Ben is that toxic ass chick that you need to stay the hell away from too, because she's so bad and so fine, and she got a fat ass and big titties, and you get her to the crib, and it's not what you thought. Like, what the hell? Like, where this come from? Like, bruh.
She hasn't even undressed yet, though. You feel me? You got to see him play.
Exactly. No, bro, that's the thing. You're not going to see him play, Dime. And I bet you $100. Dime, I'm gonna tell you like this, my man. I bet you
opening night, do you?
No, this what the fuck is this? No. Check it. Faye, peep this, bro. I bet you you give me a large meal when I go to LA. I want a large whatever the hell meal from Fat Burger. Which one's better, Fat Burger or In-N-Out? Which one better?
I like the. My mom says In-N-Out, so.
Your mom say In-N-Out? Oh, because I heard In-N-Out is good, but it's overrated. It's like
it is overrated. It is overrated.
Yeah, too many out of towners like me be going to that shit, hyping it up and shit.
I like Fat Burger. I
do like Fat Burger too.
They had a Fat Burger out here on 34th and 3rd Avenue. Nobody knows about it.
I heard they had one in NY. Yeah,
it closed down though. I think they were in Atlantic City still. But
anyway, by the way, on that comment, I'm fully with you, Terminator 92. Dwayne Wade over Durant all day long.
Oh hell yeah, duh. That's easy. That's
all day long.
Well,
all day, every day.
Not talent wise though, I think that's the comment that you kind of like stumbled on. That KD was a fringe top 20 dude. That's what it is.
I like how you guys say that because these people on Twitter think he's like top 15 confirmed. Like they're so because they don't know the history.
Wait. Where are those guys now? No, they're all quiet today, Dime. I don't see any of them. No, they're all just hiding. Only your man. Shout him out. Nets cast. He's horrible. What are you talking about, Nestcast? What are you talking about?
All of them out. Call them all out.
They're terrible. My boy Pot.
They're all blaming the front office
all year long.
Oh shit! Jalen did sign. Brunson did sign with the Knicks.
4 years.
We'll get into
4
that.
years, but 10 years. Because I'm ready to talk about some other free because motherfuckers are flying around this league.
Let's finish on Kevin though. This shit is amazing. This is the big story for today, though.
It sure is. But I got 2 points. I want to make a bet with you though. I bet you a full meal, a large meal from Fatburger when we go to LA.
Airport.
Damn right. Please believe that. What was it? What were we just talking about before that? God bless it.
Ben Simmons. You're talking about Ben Simmons.
Yes. There it is exactly. Ben Simmons will never give you what he gave you before in Philly. You will not see that player again, bro.
Wow.
Okay, I bet you that right now. And if I win, you got to buy me that fat burger. If you win, whatever shit, I don't know. It's your town. So
I don't know. My thing is, well, now it's like I don't even know what's going to happen with him.
Yeah.
But it's just so let's just rewind real quick. So this is where we're at.
But before we get off of that though, before we get off of KD, this is the thing with KD and Fabe. He alluded to this a second ago. Yeah, you had KD in your top 20, but see, you had KD in your top 20. See, we kind of put dudes.
I don't have a top 20, by the way. I'm just saying these people.
Okay, but see, we had
had him top 15.
But listen, what I'm saying, I'm about to make a little nuanced, kind of complex point a little bit. We have these athletes that we love in these different categories. You know what I'm saying? And these categories are you great? Are you a great player? Are you a great person? You know what I'm saying? And we have athletes in those categories. And KD, before this dumb shit today, was, I think, in that category of he's a great player and he's a great person. Now he's kind of in the category of great player, selfish ass person. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's how I kind of look at it. I think we we two-way judge these athletes that we love. We two-way judge them. Are they really dope? Do they give me the winning? Are they winning? And are they good players? And or are they good people?
I don't literally judge people's character though, because unless I meet them.
Subconsciously, we all do, bro. Come on, man.
As an athlete, I don't mess with Kevin after this as an athlete, but as a person, I mean, I'm not gonna. He could be a nice guy. This is an extreme
example I'm gonna use though. But look, you look at OJ from the 70s or 80s. OJ, matter of fact, OJ in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Before the shit happened, and then OJ after he killed them 2 people and shit. Did his perception change? You know what I'm saying? Everybody had OJ like he was the best motherfucker, one of the best athletes ever. It's because they loved him, his persona. If you have a good persona and people think you're a good person, you know what I'm saying? You get rated higher. That's why GOAT is GOAT, because GOAT is damn near flawless off the court. You know what I'm saying? That's hard right there. I like that little 3 joint. I like that 3 joint.
People say he was a dick.
That's hard. Huh?
People say he was a dick.
He was a dick, but also too, his winning was so dope you can't hate, and he never did nothing. He never did anything crazy like this, like running from team to team, doing any crazy shit off the court. You know what I'm saying? They killed his fucking daddy. Like, come on, man.
Well, let's talk about it this way, man. We were talking about this earlier. LeBron's big 3 move, it set the ball rolling for all this, man. No matter how much his stands want to deny it. And the going gets tough, they leave at the quickest opportunity. These short contracts, people not even honoring their contracts. Although that's not a LeBron thing. LeBron has honored his contracts. I'll give him that.
Yes, he
has. But it's just like this, when the going gets tough, the tough run away. They don't let anything simmer anymore. And that's not all LeBron. That's part of it, is the contracts being shorter nowadays, but also the player empowerment. And I think that got taken to the next level when you saw LeBron go to Miami. Like now it's like these guys have no shame anymore. When I was a kid, I used to think, because obviously Kobe was the guy that was playing. He was the star in my city. So he was on TV every night. And he was all about the Lakers. He requested a trade, and it's nothing. People were coming at me today when I said I'm admiring Steph and Giannis more every year. And Fabian said that those KD people saying he's top 15 are quiet. They're not. They're blaming everything on the front office. They're like, if it's not a competent front office. I'm like, dude, he had a competent front office and he left them. So stop making excuses. What does he want? Now that we're talking about Phoenix and Miami are his preferred destinations. It's like, so both number 1 seeds in each conference. Like, who is this guy? The competitor, man?
I'm saying that.
The two number one seeds.
They're certainly not as loud. They're certainly not as loud as O's microphone. These KD fans.
Okay, you know what, my dude? How do I turn it down? Tell me how do I turn it down?
So loud and annoying. Dude. These stands are just annoying. And by the way, people are saying
but everybody's stands are annoying. And going back, you're good. Oh,
at least those guys stand for the right shit, not dipping their team every.
You can't say that. Everybody stands the same exact way, and it's annoying. All of them. Golden State fans, I told you that. Golden State stands are just like Chicago.
You mean the Curry stands?
Curry, all of them. Knicks stands are annoying. I got to argue with them like they know everything. You know everything's gonna happen, or you know everything's gonna happen with the front office. Shut up.
Y'all always know everything.
Well, we're New Yorkers. You have to sound like you know it. That's the one thing about being New York. You got to sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about. You won't get robbed. But here's the thing. I think Kevin.
Say words.
Yeah, with Kevin Durant, like I get it, the LeBron effect, you know. But we talked about this, Don. There was a gradual evolution to being able to even sign that deal. 4 years, and the fourth year is a player option where he made it where him and D Wade signed it and Chris Bosh, but Carmelo did not sign that. He got the guaranteed 4 years. To even have that contract available to that many players was new. LeBron just kicked the door down. Then you have the Boston showing, you know, the trio that showed up in the late 2010 era. No disrespect, but that wasn't done naturally. Ray Allen was not drafted. KG was not drafted. And this is overly hyped too, I think. Because Boston in the 80s, Robert Parrish was not drafted. Dennis Johnson was not drafted. These are two super Hall of Fame.
The difference is when the players colluded, that made the super team label was made. And that changed everything.
100%. LeBron is the GM, and that era he really started that. That was
Miami. That was it. That's what they started. Yeah. I've never heard the term super team before Miami, and that's what everybody tried to twist the narrative and say. This is how I know people are casuals. Everybody tries to twist the narrative and say the Celtics in the late 2000s were the first super team, but that's not true because they were. If you want to talk about a team with 3 stars, we can go back to the 60s for those teams. The reason why it was coined super team was because the players came together. Ainge made those trades. So. And I'm not, and that's the thing. I mean, this obviously is a different situation, but Kevin Durant leaving over and over, it's like I don't respect this, man. I don't respect this personally. Everybody else, and he's a man and can do whatever he wants, by the way. But I can feel a certain way as a fan of the game, and I love the game of basketball just like Kevin does. And
hold on. LeBron left Miami. He left Cleveland when they lost. Bad. He left Miami when they lost. He left, and he's with the Lakers. He left Cleveland again when they lost.
Yeah.
So what's the difference though? And I'm just asking so we can unravel it. Unless we want to move on.
The difference between you asking me the difference between when KD left and when LeBron left.
Right. They each left their destinations after losing. Even though they won.
Start with OKC and the first stint in Cleveland with them and go from there.
Okay, wow. The difference between that's an easy one. The difference between Bron didn't pick the team that just beat his ass.
Okay. And I will also argue that LeBron never played with anything close to Russell Westbrook in his first stint in Cleveland. Russell Westbrook was a beast. So that's one thing.
He had a whole team. He had a whole team in OKC. So I don't think I don't really like that question because that's kind of a silly question. Like who's which exits were different or better or this, that, and the third.
No, I'm saying if this started with LeBron, what? And I know the answer to it, but what KD makes it, he's doubling down and making it worse.
Yeah, I think on that level with that.
I think this one right here is worse. The way he did this, because number one, he didn't finish his obligation to the Nets. He didn't play out his contract. The player that he brought down there, his boy, just took his player option and is going to play for that team. And he made that team, like I said earlier. They're not going to have a draft pick until 2028.
They're screwed.
Like, 6 fucking years. Like, good God. And it's like, I don't understand this. This is nothing new with the Nets. Like
this is worse than that Pierce and Garnett to me.
Like Danny Ainge fleeced their ass before too, and we just fleeced them for their damn coach. Like, no, this is the thing that kills me about KD and Kyrie, especially Kyrie, dude. Like this Kyrie, I said this before with Dime too. Kyrie's supposed to be so pro-black and so pro people of color and all this shit, but you let the great black head coach leave. For this dude that can't coach. Why? Because you want to be the goddamn coach. You want to be Bill Russell. You want to be a damn, what's that shit? Player coach out this mug. the damn head coach leave and you hold in practices. What is this? The head coach leaves and then you hold practices. Nah, man, like if they had any type of common sense, they wouldn't have let us just take their damn head coach. You know what I'm saying? Because that dude should have been still been on their roster. He should have been helping that coach, been on that coaching staff. He should have been helping that team. It's just so many things why I just knew this shit was going to implode and why it finally did. Man, it's about fucking time. I've been called this shit. I was saying this shit. Like, I know this shit, man. I was saying this shit in Twitter space goddamn 6 months ago. Fabe, you heard the same thing, man. It's
So I don't even want to get into where he could potentially go yet. But it's going to be the Nets want stars for him. They're talking about Phoenix. They said they only want Devin Booker rumored if they want to trade with Phoenix. Obviously, they're saying Kyrie's pushing for the Lakers. I don't know what price that's going to come at. So here's
something too, y'all. We haven't thought of two things. Number one, they don't have to trade him. Okay, they could say, fuck you, KD. Sit your ass down and get your ass to Barclays and come play. I ain't going to play. Well, all right, well, guess what? You still going to be in Brooklyn. See you whenever.
Like the 76ers did?
Yeah, you could do something like that. And or maybe they want him to leave because there was a reports that they are Windhorst just said like just 2 days ago that Philly was 100% ready to get rid of both of their ass because this year was horrible. I mean, they hated Brooklyn. Remember, you didn't hear the report that Windhorst had like 2 days ago when he was saying that what is it? The Nets were okay to get rid of Kyrie and KD because this last season was horrible. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare season. Huh?
I think I did see that. I just don't know if I believe that they really wanted Kevin to leave.
No favor in that.
I think it was Bobby Marks on ESPN that said that.
Yeah, I heard Winnie say it too. He said it all over ESPN. And Winnie a good coach. I'm just, man, I somewhat feel bad. No, I don't. I laugh at the Brooklyn Nets because they're in my division. So I'm happy that they're so down because it keeps, that's one less team I got to worry about in my division and in my conference. But good God, y'all are stupid.
Hey,
going back to your point, real quick, Dom, going back to the O.J. Simpson point, that is important with this brand building thing, and we talked about it before, Dom. They got rid of the zone defense to get rid of Shaq. They didn't want that in the championship anymore. They didn't want a guy like that available. This is the happiest, go-lucky, most charismatic big man you could possibly have, and they said we don't need that because it doesn't bring enough ratings. This can ruin your brand, in my opinion. Like now you can be attached and bandwagon hopping and you know what? I don't know if it does.
You're already attached to that.
But here's the thing. I guess it's the other question. Here's the thing. Does it really ruin their brand? Because attention is the new currency. And Kyrie gets all of that. Kyrie gets treated as if he is LeBron and KD with the attention. And he's nowhere near them. In my opinion, I think there's like it's not even close. He's never been a top 10 guy. Ever.
2016, I'd say.
Never.
Dude, Kyrie, okay, first off.
2016 he wasn't?
No.
The way he played?
Oh, you tripping. That dude, look, here's the thing.
You would take Westbrook over him?
At 2016? Yeah. Are you kidding me?
You started
your team? You started your team with Kyrie
No, I'm
Irving
saying as a second option to win a championship.
That's different. That's a different story.
Okay, because here's the thing though,
just because you're a second option, you're a second option does not mean you're a top 10 player. That's a different story.
To me, let me ask you this though: just if you're a first option leading a team to a better seed for a first round exit than someone else, but on a championship situation as number 2 guy, one can win a championship and you can't. Like the thing is, I'm thinking this way, right? Kyrie's not a leader of a championship team as a first option. Westbrook isn't either, but I like Westbrook as if I was trying to get a team to the playoffs, I'd have Westbrook first. But if I'm trying to win a chip, secondary player, I would have Kyrie over Westbrook all day long.
Especially back then. Hell yeah.
Of course, because he can't complement the player the same way. Yeah. Kyrie can get just like Steph.
And that's when Kyrie cared about ball.
He's a great Robin.
That's when Kyrie cared about ball too.
And he's not really a great Robin because you're proving that wrong right now. He's proving why he's not a great Robin. He can't chill.
He's a weirdo with the vaccine. Okay, so let me ask you guys this: did the vaccine? Do you think how much of this would have been prevented if Kyrie got the vaccine?
It was just another excuse. It was just another excuse not to play ball. Just another excuse not to play ball.
Joe,
yes.
Look, I think he likes playing basketball.
Who said this? I think Charles Barkley said that.
I think he just may not be as hungry to win anymore, but I think he still
don't
loves basketball.
don't slam your hand, because it's hitting the mic.
I'm sorry, Chief. Charles Barkley said that Paul Silas told him, "What's the easiest way to?"
Silas, by the way.
Paul Silas is a man. That's one of the greatest. I think if Cleveland messed up in Bron's early years, if they would have kept him as a coach for longer.
Oh, see, I know Paul Silas, the player.
Oh, okay. Well, Paul Silas, the coach, was pretty damn good. He was Bron's coach his rookie season, and Cleveland should have kept him longer because he would have made Bron harder, faster. He would have got that punk shit out of Bron real quickly, fast. But what I'm saying is that what was it? Goddamn, what was this one? What was I just saying? What was the point I was just on?
Kyrie being a number 2, and he's not a good Robin. He's proving he's not a good Robin.
He's not a good. He's not a good
vaccine.
Yeah.
Right.
Charles Barkley said that Paul Silas said the way that you predict what a player is going to do in the future is look at his past. And what has Kyrie done the last 3 years? The last 3-4 years. Since what has Kyrie done since winning the chip in Cleveland? He's done everything he can do not to play fucking ball. Everything he can do. He got an eye problem. That's why he couldn't play in Boston, couldn't play with us in the playoffs. His sister had to throw her a big extravagant party. That's why I had to be out for 2 weeks last season. Vaccine, COVID, can't go to play with y'all, can't rep with y'all in the bubble. Even y'all played better without me. Boston, you played better without me. It's every reason under the sun, Dime, for him not to play ball. So it's, to me, it didn't matter if it was COVID. We didn't have to have a pandemic. He would have found a way to miss all games last season, bro.
Here's the thing, Dime. We grew up, right? Especially in my generation, we grew up. There's always like the 5%. There's always been this conspiracy people, a conspiracy dude, and they always knew a whole bunch of shit that might be true. Flat Earth ain't nothing new. Noriega, you know what I'm saying? The country, the president, George Bush knowing Noriega, and they have all these dealings. None of these conspiracy things are new. None of it. But Kyrie is that guy, the same guy with a platform that we went to school with, we go to work with, that believes these things. And you made him, not only is he your best player, you made him the anointed of the best player, you made him damn near the CEO and the president of your organization. That guy who believes in flat Earth. Nah. That's part of the problem. Like, it's just his personality. That's why when you ask, do you think that it was just the vaccine? It was like, yo, how much more? Because the vaccine, to me, to be honest, and I said this before, I didn't have an issue with that because the NBA will suspend you if you take some shit from GNC and you say, I don't know what's in it. So and I'm vaccinated. So, but if you take the vaccine and somebody says, I'm not taking it because I don't know what's in it, it's hypocritical. He should have said that. The problem was when he's talking, he doesn't make any sense. Like, why don't you want to take the jab? Well, according to my Instagram research.
So hold up. So why do you think he didn't take the jab?
Because he doesn't want to be controlled. Because it's anything that's going to make him be, how
he's a contrarian. He's a contrarian.
He's a conspiracy dude. Like, y'all don't fuck the government. They're trying to control me. Same thing with the CEO. You're not going to control me.
You think he believes that bullshit? You don't think it's just bullshit for him not to fucking just sit at home and get paid?
I think he's one of those goes against the grain and everything kind of guys. Like, I think that's what he is.
Yeah,
and that's who he is.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Because if going against the grain means not going to work, that's what the fuck he's doing. So you're right. Exactly. Exactly. One of trash. Y'all give him more than. I swear to God, man. Real talk.
Let me put my light on.
Why you guys in the dark with Batman?
I know, right? He is Bruce.
Bruce
Wayne.
It's not like is coming up with a freaking Times Square lighting out here.
Right. I mean, am I dark for real? Am I dark?
Yeah.
I got the big light right. I got a light right in front of me.
My face look bright. You got a ring light?
No, it's like my light, right here in the ceiling.
You gotta get the ring light, bro.
Oh, I ain't doing all that. You can see me. I look bright, right?
It looks all right. We can make you out on the screen. Yeah.
Okay.
We should probably shift gears to the Knicks before we have maybe Lakers.
If we were in my studio, look a hell of a lot better.
My bad. Your boy. We're gonna read your comments right now. He's your boy.
He didn't even touch the point that Kyrie ain't played more than like what he say. Oh damn! As great as KD, he says, seems like
there you go.
I'm tired as fuck. Just listen to you guys talk, answer our questions. Right.
Your boy, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What's your question? Yeah, what's your question, young
KD's
boy?
a winner.
Yeah, ask this shit.
No
Let's
doubt.
answer this
Curry
shit.
is certainly better than KD. Yo, who is Andrew Lakers? What the hell does that mean?
What does that mean?
Oh, he was asking. That was an account. Andrew Lakers. He was
Okay.
asking who that was.
KD
Andrew
not happy
Fakers.
with
That was tough.
losing.
Shout out to KP.
You don't see a pattern? Oh, that's KD. My bad, KP.
KP.
KD not happy winning or losing.
You don't see a pattern? That's KP from Twitter, bro.
Yes, it
Twitter
is.
Spaces.
I know it is. He's on
Oh,
here.
that's him. Oh, what up, Dunny? What up, KP? KP, I disagree. I think if he won in Brooklyn the way he wanted, and if he orchestrated it, he'd be happy as a clam. If he would have found a way to like beat Milwaukee last year, or this is hypothetical crazy shit. If they were somewhat good and able to beat us this year and get to the finals and win that shit, some crazy shit that would never happen, he would be happy as hell. Long as he controlled the narrative.
He got swept, and now he's tucking his tail between his legs and running away without even playing with Ben Simmons one game. It's a bitch
move. It's a bitch. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I think a dope move is
Dr. J is way better than him. I don't want to hear anyone say. I'm gonna start campaigning for Rick Barry and Hondo to be better than KD now. After this.
Rondo.
Hey, but Dr. J,
Rondo.
I'm standing on that strong. Dr. J, third best small forward of all time. I'm standing on it.
Yeah.
You can't argue it now.
Who else you got in there? Who else you got? You got Elgin in there?
Elgin Baylor's great, but
yeah, then you're gonna have Elgin.
I'm going Doc, man. I love Doc.
And well, you said earlier, like people, you never heard Super Team until you heard this Miami team. No, I heard Super Team with their damn LA team in the '70s with damn Wilt, the logo in Elgin. Like, come on, now, that was a super team.
There was one magazine article or cover by what's his name, something Caseta, and he said Super Team, but the term was not popularized and ever used after that. And right, if you're going back to the '70s, you guys didn't hear it when you were talking about the Showtime. I've never heard Super Team with the Showtime Lakers or the Celtics.
That team, maybe not, but that was a super team too. If you look at it,
it depends on your definition of a super team. But I'm just saying the reason it was coined was because the players colluded to make teams.
If you have two or more Hall of If you have three or more Hall of Famers, that's a super team.
Hey, but that's the greats definition though. I'm just saying what the media coined it as.
And again,
it's an easy definition.
We settled this already. We said that it's coined this way because le GM. That's what it with the player empowerment, which you touched on, and which, by the way, we have to finish that point. I didn't say this. I think they showed you like sometimes you need people to cross the boundary to show you where the boundary's at. They've done that. Like we've seen, all right, this is too much player empowerment, and this is us saying that like, why wouldn't we want you to have empowerment, but not go ahead and be all sensitive and do this? This is ridiculous.
Right.
They're gonna. So Tyler Baller wants to know if they're gonna trade KD for Zion or BI.
Next, I love Ty Baller, but
let's not get shit.
We can go all
but
we got
one of the teams
Isiah to talk about.
They actually have room in the cap to sign him and get somebody else though. New Orleans does, which is crazy.
I think we did.
There's not a lot of teams that can actually even do this. You know what I'm saying? Like books wise, to make the deal even happen. You know what I'm saying?
Ty Baller, we ain't even touched the point that Kyrie ain't played more than.
We kind of did though that he hasn't been reliable. We've talked about Kyrie. So I think it was
listen. You gotta respect.
Saying that for the last couple years. Shit.
You gotta respect your readers though. They want to read. They want us to read this shit out loud with our voices, and maybe
I'd be doing that. I do that every stream, brother.
They think exactly. They want to hear a little sexy bass in your voice, Dime Drop. That's what they want to hear.
Who's your boy? Read our comments, Dime. Fuck. Whoa.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
Who your boy is? I think you're being here. Oh, he's got of course he's got a LeBron logo talking reckless like that. They're always such. I want to fucking smack him in the face sometimes. It's so terrible, dude.
He loves LeBron stands. Yeah.
Is it harsh when is it harsh when I have Kyrie was like 75-80% of the blame when it comes to
a little bit large. That's my boy.
Yeah, Kyle. I mean, 75, 85, 80% him. If he would have just shut the hell up, played his role and came to work, this shit may have been decent. But I knew it was going to implode because he wasn't about to do that. And plus, I don't think they could have played together. You know, I just don't understand this, man. These guys just like we said earlier, like I said earlier. You know, we our pickup games are dope. We killing people. We dope in the Olympics. Whoop-de-whoop. We're gonna win a couple championships if we play together. No, it don't work like that. Shit, Miami barely got 2. Shit, barely.
I can't say that it wouldn't have worked. James Harden healthy, that team was really good. James Harden beat the Phoenix Suns by himself last year when he was healthy. It was amazing to watch. They were really high octane. They were the best show last year.
James, who was Nets was what?
I'm sorry, 2 seasons ago. When James Harden first got there, he was healthy. They were an amazing show.
They only played 16 games together that first season.
And for 16 games, they were the greatest thing.
They weren't even, bro. It was not even 16 games. I thought it was like 6 games or something.
That's my
word.
Ty Baller said,
"Yeah,
I can give less of it," which is crazy. I can give less of a damn about the vaccine and all that, but dude has proven, even in the most calm of atmospheres, he's a problematic person. Hey, your boy is back.
I agree with that. Curry,
better all-time kid or Curry.
Curry. Listen, Kevin is the one I'm most disappointed in because I just thought he was the one that was stable, man, and I thought he was going to stay, and he wanted to be here and lead this charge. And the thing is, what was so weird to me was KD didn't even seem that pressed about Kyrie not getting the vaccine. He's like, "Well, Kyrie's going to do Kyrie." It's like, dude, you better shake it. Like, this is a good chance of you winning a title. Like,
you know what? I got a question too to go back to my man's
bad
question.
Luck. What bad luck?
KD has bad luck since.
Okay, I guess 2021, his co-stars getting hurt was bad luck. I'll give.
That's what I said. He's not bad luck. He's not coming back from that injury.
A vaccine decision with joining Kyrie Irving, you should have known that there could have been something going on there. Going
back to beating a dead horse, Golden State was also recovering from these injuries. He could have stayed there with Klay Thompson. He showed you exactly how they can recover. They take care of you. They wouldn't need Andrew Wiggins. You can't tell me they wouldn't have been a big deal this year. It would have been amazing with Durant this year if he would have balled in.
He didn't want to be there, and that injury was significant. That was the injury that robbed Dominique Wilkins of his leaping ability in his game. After that injury, all he had was that little funky jumper and shit.
The fact that KD came back so good though is I'll give him credit for that.
He came back great, but he's not going to be at the level he was. You know, that's all I was going to say.
What he looked like it though. I'm just going to say just the playoffs at least.
We want to rattle off some small forward lists off the top of our head. Larry
Bird, Sean Kemp.
He's a power forward.
Oh, small forwards.
I mean, I'll throw him out there. I mean, the top 3 to me, LeBron, Larry, and Doc. And I mean, Kevin is in there somewhere, moving down my list. Rick Barry, John Havlicek is a name that no one talks about enough. Elgin Baylor, can't leave him out. James Worthy, Scottie Pippen, Dominique Wilkins.
Y'all taking them also, yeah.
Alex English, Carmelo.
Ooh, here one you wouldn't say. This dude.
Oh, Pierce.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Paul Pierce. The truth is a shit. And low key, y'all forget about him. This dude can shoot. Detlef Shrimp.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put him in the all-time conversation. We're talking about James Worthy's and like Dominique Wilkins here.
I like that. I love that.
Hold on. Oh, you gotta go roll up.
What about Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi Leonard's got to be here somewhere too.
Ooh.
Kawhi's got to be somewhere there.
He's coming with the big boy. It's a big boy list. It's a big boy list.
Small forward, one of the best positions.
Yo,
is Kawhi Leonard better than Scottie Pippen?
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes, he's the
crazy.
number one.
No.
He can get a bucket whenever he wants.
No.
He's not a better defender than Scottie to me.
No,
He's an alpha male.
Wait.
Kawhi's good, but he calmed the hell down.
Wait.
Calm down, my dude.
Defensively, that's up in the air.
Okay, but I think over the course of his career, I like Pippen because Kawhi, when he became an offensive
offensively, offensively, I don't know.
This dude averaged 28 points 30 points in the playoff run or something and won the championship.
Bro, that's because he was the number one option. Scottie was never.
For a reason. You think
Scottie wasn't the number one option on those teams?
You think he could lead a team to the championship and win?
On those teams, if he was the main option in that triangle dope ass offense, he would have had numbers.
Hell no,
he was for 2 years.
He would have had. Look how his numbers went up in those 2 years.
His numbers, but I'm just saying they weren't.
All his numbers went up.
They weren't. They weren't that. The second year they were barely making the playoffs.
All I'm saying is you quoted Kawhi's numbers. Scotty's numbers would have went up. And you want to go off? He got one funky ass ring in Toronto, which was a significant ring. I'm not going to belittle it. That was huge. He owns a whole country now, but it shouldn't have left. But he left. And Scotty has 6 though. 6.
Unlike
the guy you consider the best ever.
Unlike Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, when he leaves with a trail of rings, my brother. With the gold. Let's not forget that he left and got a ring with the Spurs. Let's not forget that. You're forgetting a lot. Kawhi Leonard is way more of a number one because you guys use that word number one very loosely. When you say a number one, we're talking about a number one on offense. Kawhi Leonard is a better number
No,
one.
no. You know what the number one is? It's what they was talking about on TNT during the playoffs. It was what inside the NBA was talking about. It was what Shaq and Chuck was talking about. Chuck brought it up first. Are you driving the freaking bus?
Okay, I don't know if
You know what I'm saying? Are you
that's the
driving the bus? And props to Kawhi, because he drove the bus in Toronto. That's the only time he drove the bus. This man right here, Dime, wants to see him drive the bus in goddamn Los Angeles and get them a chip. And I wanted to see it too, right after we win.
But that's not what I think about when I think about that. Because if that's the case, then Pippen definitely ain't doing that. If that's how you talking, Pippen was very emotional. We talk about emotional players. That's what Pippen was. And Kawhi is emotionless. He's a robot. He's an android. He's not playing no games.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Should we talk about Jalen Brunson and Isiah real quick?
I want to talk about something bigger than that. I think low key, nobody's going to talk about this until the season start and you see these people's depth. But I think what's my man McGee, JaVale going to fucking Dallas is low key a nice pickup.
They needed rim protection and sounds back a great pickup for Dallas.
They got some these cats are flying around this league right now.
Hey man, I gotta say something about Isiah though, since he left the Clippers. I wanted him so badly, guys. You guys know how you check out my vlogs from this season and how many compliments I gave him, and he was amazing. And I think, it's tough. We weren't able to keep him. $18 million, 2-year deal. $9 million is a really good price for him, but also probably more than we could give. We just re-signed Nico Batum for $11 million for 2 years. I'm sorry, $22 million for 2 years, I believe. $11 million a year. What a great pickup for the Knicks. Isiah Hartenstein, great value. He's great at what he does. He's a solid rim protector, great size, really solid passer. When he has those 4-on-3 situations and reads, and he has an amazing little push shot that is literally automatic. He works so hard. And then Jalen Brunson, I think you guys paid too much for him, but it's going to help the team. I think you guys are still like a playing team at best, though. Paying him $25 million a year or whatever you paid him is a lot for me. But it'll make it better. And then Dallas needs to do something to replace that. Christian Wood and JaVale McGee is not going to take him that next step. But
Dallas was going to pay him more because Dallas could have paid him more.
But why would you pay him more? It's too much money for Brunson. He's not worth $25 million a year.
Because they valued Brunson, and just like you said, now they got to replace that. They had bird rights to dude, so they could pay him more than anybody.
I don't know if he's a true point guard. You always talk about how there's not too many true point guards, but since he is in that position in the All-Star game, you got to fill that out and go, point guard Jalen Brunson. He's the 13th highest paid point guard at this point. So that's not that much money compared to the point guard, which is the most prominent position.
He's only 13th for real.
13th highest
with this new deal.
At this exactly. Wow. So, and I'm a Knicks fan. I was concerned that the Leon Rose thing was turning into this James Dolan thing, where it's like, are you doing this solely for the relationship thing with Jalen Brunson? Because Jalen Brunson's father was Leon Rose's first agent. I mean, that was his first client as an agent, and now Leon Rose's son is Jalen Brunson's agent. So there's a whole. So I was like, "Yo, we can't be doing this for the sake of relationships."
Well, go back. Did you say Rick Brunson's agent was
Leon Rose? Leon Rose's first client as an agent. He used to be part of the CAA. He used to be LeBron's agent. Leon Rose used to be LeBron's agent with the CAA. LeBron left the CAA and created Clutch Sports, the whole agency now. Right. But he's originally, remember when you watch The Decision all over again, he shouts out Leon Rose's agent.
I forgot that was his agent.
But Leon Rose's first client ever was Rick Brunson, Jalen Brunson's father. Yeah. They just hired Rick Brunson as an assistant coach on the Knicks.
That whole deal was all relationships. That's why they brought Leon in, man, because he has these connections, and they thought, he was going to be able to get big time talent. That's the saddest part about this fave to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not, getting hyped for KD coming or Bron coming or, like a big time player in the league coming or Tatum coming. Y'all getting hyped for Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? Like,
well, hold on. See, but that's what I'm saying.
Sad, bro. That's sad.
I'm not excited about just Jalen Brunson. First of all, he's a really good scorer. I understand all his deficiencies. That's why I didn't think that if these were a bunch of moves solely for him, then it would be disappointing, and I'd feel just like you. I don't like these moves. Like I said, I didn't want KD on my team if it meant having Kyrie. The way you build a team is important. them Laker fans turned on Anthony Davis. Nobody talks about that. They really turned on Anthony Davis.
Yes, they did.
It's the way you build a team. We hype a rock. We will hype a piece of dust in the garden. That's what we do in New York City. So hyping them, earning our sponsorship and our support, that's nothing. But if you go out there and you work, Jalen Brunson seems like a professional, bro. That's what I like about him the most. Now, add on top of that, when I seen Isiah Hartenstein was signed with us for a 2-year, $16 million. Do you understand? I flipped because I know, first of all, I knew how sad Dime Dropper was going to be.
I know. I really like Isiah, man. He was great. You're going to love him in New York.
What's his name? Isiah what? What's his last name?
Hartenstein. He's only 24, too.
Oh, Hartenstein. Oh, yeah. Isn't that big white boy?
He's big white boy, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I like him.
He's athletic, too.
Yeah.
The thing about him is he's a big and he's a passer. So now I'm even like open. Look, I'm even open to like, damn, what does he look like with Julius Randle? Like I'm cringing saying that because I've been shitting on Julius Randle for 6 months already. But
y'all too hard on yeah. That's somebody who turned on somebody. Y'all kind of low key turned on Randle down there, man. Y'all kind of effed up for that, yo.
I didn't like that, and that's when and again going back to the front office. You can't just bring in Kemba Walker. You can't just bring in Fournier, and who are one-way players on offense, and your coach is defensive-minded. We know he's strictly defense. So where do we think this was going? Then in the middle of the season, R.J. Barrett's not ready. You're not calling out Julius Randle. We had to call him out. That's really what the problem was. And Julius Randle, once again, is very emotional. It wasn't just we gave him time. What you guys saw was just us out of frustration, but we gave Julius Randle his time. Tom Thibodeau was calling out I think Cam Reddish eventually, but he called out RJ Barrett immediately. He wasn't in the gym every day last year. He's not doing the same thing he was doing last year. Whereas you can call out the newborn star, but not Julius Randle. He's the most paid. I'm not understanding that. Yeah. You're supposed to be a tough nosed dude, so we had to stand up for that. Yeah. So now with Hartenstein.
Yeah, I might get that shit right.
The T.
That's crazy. I just remember Stein. But I think this might open things up.
Call him Franken.
We had Mitchell Robinson and Jericho Sims might get more minutes. I love Jericho Sims. You guys haven't seen this guy's built like a brick house.
I like Sims, but I don't think he should play over Hart.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Over who?
Hart.
Dang.
Not yet. He's a second-year guy. No, but it's still exciting. I'm still excited.
Wait, you're not talking about Josh Hart?
No, Isiah Hartenstein. What do you think about the Lakers getting Lonnie Walker? That's a pretty decent move. Young, athletic player, can score. Not bad. Young, at least. He'll be able to run.
That's sadder than the Knicks getting super excited over Jalen Brunson. I mean, Lonnie Walker.
They're losing Malik Monk to Sacramento, so this is like the Malik Monk replacement.
You know what I'm saying? And
Malik Monk was the third best player on the Lakers last year, to be honest. Picking up Damian Jones, who they should have kept in 2021, if you guys have watched me for that long. Solid pickup.
David Jones?
Shout out JP from the West Coast too. He likes that pickup, I think, too. Damian Lee.
Yeah, no, it's a good pickup. But we'll see. Like right now, there could be a lot of turnover with the Laker roster, depending on
but check it though. It's either going to have to be signing trades or they release people and people sign on for minimums because literally after they did this deal with Lonnie Walker and I think that old boy from Chicago and that one other dude, that was the other player they got. They got like 3 players. They got Lonnie Walker.
Damian Jones and Lonnie Walker.
Yeah,
I just saw Andre Drummond signed with the Bulls.
God,
they're irrelevant, but anyway.
That dude's so done. It's just, but this is what's so crazy about the Fakers and how they're so mismanaged and how they don't know what they're doing for real. They got Lonnie Walker, they got the other 2 dudes, the other 2 guys they got, and they don't have any more money to get anyone else. Like they are done. Like, of course, with Russell tying up most of their payroll, but they literally don't have. They only can get like low level exemptions, like 2 million, 3 million, 1.5. Like that's all they have left to play with. What the fuck?
All right, I don't want your boy to curse us out. So some questions. Why don't the Nets or anyone want Ayton and Dime? Where's your boyfriend Ricky G at?
Okay, this LeBron fan needs to identify. I need some station identification here before we
your boy.
But Oscar,
watch your tongue.
I want Ayton.
LeBron avatar. Who's your real boyfriend?
I want Ayton. Oscar, I don't know what the hell you talking about. I want Ayton. I would take
I think
Ayton.
no, people just give it some time. People are gonna go for Ayton.
I would take Ayton in Boston some time. Are you crazy? I would take Ayton in Boston as soon as the season was over.
How does that work? I mean, I'm not a capologist. I'm not a strategy guy with trades like that. How would it work out? Who would you be willing to give up?
I'll give up whoever you want, anybody except for the Jays and Time Lord and Depoy. The Depoy. I'm not giving up Depoy. I'm not giving up the Jays, and I'm not giving up Time Lord.
He wants money. I don't know if you guys have the max slot.
Oh, for real? Yeah, that's true. We wouldn't have enough money for it. But
keep an eye on the Miami Heat, by the way, everybody.
Hopefully, we can make a deal. I pray he don't go to Miami. That shit, we would be fucked.
Yeah,
but
that's where
Ayton's not going to go to Miami because they have Bam. I'm saying someone else like a Donovan Mitchell or Kevin Durant or Kyrie.
Okay.
Keep an eye on it.
Okay.
That's I was gonna say Ty Ball, Kevin and Kyrie are the best candidates for. Oh, I was gonna say that Donovan Mitchell is rumored to go to Miami Heat. That's what I'm forget. Donovan Mitchell's rumored to go to Miami Heat. According to Fat Joe, BX representing. According to Fat Joe, he said that Donovan Mitchell wants to go to Miami as his dream destination and not New York.
Be Fat Joe, like lean back.
Lean back. Joe, yeah.
Joseph Cartagena, that's the man right there too. I met that dude some years ago here in St. Louis. He is one of the trillest MCs. Coolest people ever you will
I met Fat Joe in the Bronx barbershop, 138th and Cypress.
Wasn't he one of the realest motherfuckers ever?
I didn't believe it was him. I thought it was this other guy who used to be in the barbershop, Bam. And Bam was kind of dirty. But when Fat Joe was in there, I was like, yo, why does Bam look all cleaned up? So I was like, I didn't even think it was Fat Joe. The way I was at, everyone knows it was Cypress Avenue that's the craziest place on earth. But he was there. I'm just like, why is Fat Joe here? Anyway, Ty Baller, Kevin and Kyrie are the best candidates for showing history repeats itself. I think everyone knew what kind of person Kyrie was. KD was just in denial. Terminate 92. This is what pisses me off about KD. He just sits there and lets his teammates do whatever the fuck they want and says nothing. It pisses us off too, Terminate.
That's actually
hey, I want to bring something back to what you said earlier, and I'm related to this dude that gets talked about every fucking offseason, every free agency, like where he's going to come to my team because supposedly he wants to play with my guy. You wonder why Faker fans, Fabe, gave up on AD. They gave up on him.
They're not giving up on them all.
No, that's what he said. He said they have, and a lot of Faker fans have given up on AD. Why have they given up on him? Because it's Mr. Glass, and he's not even working hard. He's not working hard. If he had some type of work ethic and like acted like, you know, this losing is not cool. We have not won in 2 years. Fuck this. I'm sick of this shit. I'm ready to go hard. Like I ain't touched the ball in 4 months. I ain't done nothing. So then you couple that with this dude in Washington that just signed another Supermax. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much did this fool get? You know what I'm saying? 5 years, 251.
I said, Beal, he wants the bag and he wants the gutter. He doesn't care about contending. It's okay.
He does never. I am so sick of my Celtic fans. That every freaking free agency feel like he likes JT. He wants to play with JT. He likes JT. He wants to win. He's coming up. Shut the.
All right. Enough of Bradley Beal. If Kobe and MJ,
I hate that so much, man, bro. Like but this is the thing that pisses me off.
We're done with him. We're done.
I gotta say this. I live here. Hold up, fam. Fam, you gotta listen to this. I live here, bro. He is from St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? JT is from St. Louis. The shit would be a match made in fucking heaven. The shit makes fucking sense. But all that dude cares about is supposedly opening up shit in St. Louis that he never fucking opens up. And what is it? Getting money in DC and not winning. He does not give a shit about winning. He does not want to contend. All he does every year is get paid and get hurt and repeat, rinse and repeat. Next season.
Would you rather that or Kyrie?
Neither. I take neither. Terminate
92. If Kobe and MJ were dealing with Kyrie's antics, they would tell him to get his shit together.
I think they would fuck that. They'd be beating his ass.
There were tweets last year. If Kobe was with Kyrie, he would have got him vaccinated himself. He would have injected him himself.
Hell yeah, and or they would be banging. Like real talk. If
he would not be fucking with that.
If Kyrie played with Goat and Kobe, they would literally be like gang jumping his ass in the locker room.
They wouldn't tolerate this nonsense.
Oh my god,
this is going back to the
Glenn Rice might do.
Glenn Rice.
The top small forward question.
That motherfucker could shoot. Boy.
Yeah,
Glenn Rice would get hot.
But here's the thing with Glenn Rice.
Oh man, he would get hot.
He averaged the most points ever in his career when they shortened the 3-point line at 96, I think, or 95, I think it was. So he was a great shooter. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't all around on the same level we were talking with Dr. J, Rick Barry. It definitely wasn't Rick Barry. Rick Barry was just
crazy.
Why'd you say Dr. J? Dr. J was no 3-point shooter.
No, I'm saying playing the three, small forwards are all around.
Oh. I thought you were saying 3-point shooter. My fault.
No, that's why Terminator 92 asked about Glenn Rice. So no, I don't think any of us have him even in the top.
No,
20.
Glenn Rice is in. You don't look at him as greatest small forward ever. You look at him as in shooter. He's in the shooter category. Shit.
How often do you talk to Ricky G?
In what way, man? You bronzesexual? In what way?
Mungos to the Kings.
Your boy stop. Was leaving. Your boy stop being weird.
What? Yo, is Sacramento ever going to be good?
Again, no, I don't know.
Like that one dude.
For Katie and how dangerous are the Mavs, the Clippers? I don't know because it all depends on like what contracts and how it can make things happen. But I think a team that's desperate for a second star right now is the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah,
but I don't know if they can make it happen. And then Miami would be they need a score, so you'd be good there. But
I know this is crazy, but I'm just going to ask you because it's your squad. Would you trade George for KD?
Personally, okay, basketball wise, you should.
I already know your answer. I can tell by the way you started.
I don't want to because Paul wants to be here, man. He's given a lot for our franchise, and we have that continuity. I don't want to change things right now. I don't want to change things right now, man. I really think Paul deserves a chance. And I like the dynamic with Paul and Kawhi right now. They've built it up for 4 years. If KD comes, you have to learn how to play. It's just new. I don't want new. I like continuity, so I want to roll it out. But I wouldn't be mad. I would feel bad.
I would. They don't fit together. And Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, I told you that before. It's hard for ball dominant players. Again, LeBron and D Wade, they look awful together. So on offense, I hated it. I
liked it, man.
It worked as soon as D Wade took a back seat.
Yeah,
I didn't like it. Either way, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard started to remind me of that. But Paul George at least can hit the 3-pointer. D Wade couldn't really shoot the three like Paul George. So now they can actually complement each other. KD is gonna stop the ball way too much, he commands, and KD and Kawhi command too much of the attention.
You think KD's that much more ball dominant than Paul though? Because Paul in the first year he used to pound the ball. When Ty Lue came, he removed a lot of that shit.
Just as ball dominant. Paul George, as a matter of fact, passes the ball more than KD. I think
so.
Yes.
But anyway, I hope we don't do that. But next question.
But by landing spot, does he mean what we think? Like our favorite, where would we want to see? KD?
No, not one. I think, what do you mean by that? Do you mean by where do we want, or where do you think the best fits are?
For the sake of reality TV NBA, I want him back on Golden State.
That's not going to happen. Oh my God! I heard Hammerstrom said that shit.
Yes,
that is the dumbest thing ever, man. There's no way in hell. No way in hell.
JaVale might not even break the starting rotation.
No, he's saying he might. No, JaVale might even break the starting rotation. Yeah, he might because Dwight Powell's not that good.
You're right, Ty Bowler. Jay, Leon Rose relationships aren't enough for players to overlook the elephant in the room. Dolan, once he steps down, championships are happening lined up around the building. Hey, Jay, you're wrong.
Hey, did y'all seen that? Y'all seen that PJ signed with Philly?
That was given for a couple of days. Ricky Joe called that one.
33 million, 2 years. Wait, no. Philly also agreed to a 2-year, $8.5 million deal with Utah forward how do you say his name? Daniel House. But he spells it weird with this fucking U in there.
Yeah.
Who averaged 8?
The Bucks got a homeboy from Utah also.
Joe Ingles. Yeah. That's good shooting. Yeah. That's good shooting for them.
Fuck Joe Ingles. Next.
Okay, so hold on. With this thing with Leon with Dolan, I think listen, I have been shitting on James Dolan.
You need to. James Dolan is trash for y'all.
Yes, but that's for 18, 19, 20 years now. But once Leon Rose got in there, they're actually following the trend of the NBA now because Rob Pelinka was an agent. There's a lot of agents that are involved as general managers now. Also, he is letting him. He has carte blanche. He did give all the reins to Phil Jackson. We can't keep blaming James Dolan. He put the money up and he stepped back and he's letting basketball guys do their thing.
He's just now doing that, bro. Because before, I think when he even had Phil in there, wasn't he meddling with Phil too?
Phil Jackson,
he was meddling with Phil too.
Maybe, but it was still, he had Phil Jackson signed Derek Fisher as a first. That was his first head coach to sign. Let's not go there. That was not a James Dolan problem.
I hear you.
He messed up by letting go of Donnie Wall. He should have done everything in the world to keep Donnie Wall. Because Donnie Wall, he's a basketball genius at trading and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So I can't blame James Dolan like that. And trust me, I made these statements for the last like 18 years or whatever until Phil Jackson left office.
I totally disagree. You can't blame Dolan. Dolan is a dumbass. He ran that franchise into the ground. He doesn't give a shit about the Knicks or the Rangers or MSG. All he cares about is that shitty band he got. And also, too, major disrespect and fuck you, Dolan, for the way you treated Charles Oakley. You treated the Oak Tree like that man's a fucking Hall of Famer for you. He's a goddamn legend as a New York Knick. You get this man taken out by 6 goddamn bodyguards and treat him like a bum on the fucking street. Man, fuck you, Dolan.
And they didn't allow Patrick. They didn't allow Patrick Ewing to come in there. They kicked out Spike Lee at a certain point. It looked stupid.
Like, what did you want? Like, no, fuck Dolan. I can't believe you, man.
Patrick Ewing should have a statue, and I blame Knicks fans too. They were trying to argue with me about how big Patrick Ewing. I'm like, yo, if it wasn't for Patrick Ewing, the Garden wouldn't even be the Garden. He had that shit rocking in the 90s.
Who is questioning Patrick's?
A lot of Knicks. Trust me. This
young cats, man. These young cats, you ain't got to pay attention, bro. You ain't got to pay attention.
I'll be 40 this year. They've been doing it my whole life, and I had to put a stop to it because I got caught up in it. So anyway, Knicks need to move JR. Julius Randle? Of course. Takes on Bradley Beal. Kyle, you heard us. We went in on him. Russ is a 6th man on a championship caliber team. Nothing more.
He's not lying. He needs to come, if he wants to win a championship, he needs to come off the bench. But
now, yes.
Yeah, now.
Kyle's takes. I don't think there's much to say about.
Yeah, Supermax. You signed Supermax.
Man,
I have to go in like 5 minutes. By the way.
Bro, you said what?
I have to go in like 5. I have to go in like 5 minutes. By the way.
I feel you. I'm gonna say this too. What is it? He will come off the bench. Russ will when he's kicked out. When he's out the league for a few years, like Melo was. You know what I'm saying? He has to really get humbled because none of these cats. Kyrie just got low key humbled because he just knew when he put his little bullshit sign and trade deal out there. I want to go to this team and this team and that team and this team. Not only did those teams not want you, they couldn't afford you, and nobody else in the league wants you. You know what I'm saying? 80% of the rest of the league didn't want you with your dumb ass. You played yourself. You literally played yourself.
Damn, Dime. Isaiah was nice, but come on, man. We can find his replacement, man.
Let's see who we get. We'll see.
He loves Isaiah. He loves Stein.
You know, it's like that one guy who breaks up with his girl and downgrades his time trying to find someone who reminds him of his ex. That's hilarious.
Lakers signed Troy Brown.
Oh, Troy Brown. Okay. Already mentioned.
Yeah, those were the other ones.
Neil Stang.
I don't know if Lonnie Walker is better than Monk though. That's the crazy part.
I don't know if he is either.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think he is.
Caruso's replacement was supposed to be Reeves. The KCP replacement was supposed to be Bazemore. They really went back for older versions of Dwight and Bradley. That's facts.
Bazemore's so trash. That is. I think to me, Kent Bazemore and Kelly Oubre are by far the dumbest basketball players, basketball IQ wise, I have ever seen ever in life. Real talk. I only think Ken is in the league because he's friends with Steph, and I don't know why Oubre is still in the league. Maybe because he's friends with Steph too. It's just
Kelly,
solid player.
Like, Kelly Oubre is good, bro.
Man,
he wasn't a good fit for the Warriors. He wasn't good for the Warriors. He's not
good. That dude will choke the ball. He will make a bonehead play in the middle of the game, beginning of the game, end of the game. Those guys to me, man, they are a waste of a roster spot to me.
That doesn't mean he can't play NBA basketball. Kelly Oubre he's decent. Zach Lowe said on ESPN today the first call Sean Marks should make is to Toronto, get a package around Scottie Barnes. Not happening. Cleveland for a package around Mobley. Not happening. And the Pels for Zion. Thoughts?
Toronto,
Phoenix plays E. There's no way there's no way the Nets are gonna get Mobley, Scottie Barnes. These are rookie of the year candidates. And Zion, he's He's about to sign a super max deal right now. It's not happening.
Yep, not at all. Kyle Anderson agrees to deal with the Timberwolves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, free agent. I don't know how many. 2 years for $18 million.
That's pretty good.
He can still shoot.
It's pretty good for him.
Hell yeah.
Phoenix needs to realize they aren't going to fair value in a sign and trade with Ayton. Okay. I think you're better off overpaying and trying to resell Ayton or Phoenix. Okay. Suns could keep Ayton if CP3 was moved. Oh shit.
That ain't gonna happen though. They don't like him.
I'd be pissed if we went through with a KD, but they don't want to trade Scotty Barnes.
Wow. Hoping we don't pick up the phone.
Many Faker fans wanted AD traded before the deadline. Of course y'all did.
I don't know about majority though. He's a Warriors fan, but
okay. Not just Russ. Ask is determined to Brooklyn 2.0 for Kyrie to come over. I don't know what you mean. I think talks will happen. Not trying to trade will happen. They will pick up the phone.
Oh, he's saying we should pick up the phone. The Raptors fan talking about it.
I tell you somebody I would love for my team to get, and shit, hell, your team could probably I don't know if you could afford his contract. Your team could get, everybody could use this dude. Shit, Malcolm Brogdon, he don't want to be in Indiana. Indiana don't really want him for real. So I'd take him, man. We damn sure could use his scoring shit off the bench. Could we slide him into the starting lineup?
Hey, I think
because he's a 2.
The DeJounte Murray trade to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's big.
I like it for Trae Young.
I love it for him.
Yeah, they needed somebody to get him to go off the ball. He can learn how to do that, and he's bigger and he can defend.
Yes. Let's see how it works. Now you can't say they don't have another ball handler, so it's good. They got a second star now. Let's see how it goes. Is the fit perfect? Not necessarily, but we'll see.
Why do they want to get rid of John Collins so bad? Like, why do they hate John Collins down there? I take him in Boston. Like, the fuck?
Sometimes he's like, it's kind of like with the same thing the Suns have with Ayton is they feel like they can peak and play above how he plays, and he's not consistent enough or aggressive enough. But I also don't think they empower him enough as well on a daily basis. But
yeah, just like with Ayton as well.
What's up, Jack King?
Glenn Rice wasn't champion.
He won a championship. Next, he won a championship.
Right.
What's up?
Kevin Knox.
For a trade if Mavs give another player of his caliber. We'll see about that.
Yo, does Kevin Knox have anything left, Fabe? Because he just signed with Detroit for $6 million, 2-year deal.
Detroit, they literally have the same colors as the Knicks. They look like the Bizarro Knicks.
The Pistons? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Send KB to the Warriors and watch the timeline explode.
Thank you.
Trey's a volume shooter. Add another dimension to his game by playing off the ball. Yeah.
Whatever bet you would like to put on that, I will bet you any amount.
The clown. Ruben always taking shots at people, dude. For what did he say? What did he say you didn't like?
Yo, fuck you, bro.
We're not giving away what we have now for KD again. KD is very good off ball. This whole KD is going to stop the ball is nonsense.
Yo, Fabe, whatever you want to put on it, I bet you money.
He's good off the ball. He's not insane. He does ball stop a little bit, but not as much as a lot of other players.
I bet you money KD will not go to Golden State. He will not be in San Fran.
It isn't too far into Trade's career for him to add another trade piece to his game. Yeah, fair. I agree. Kawhi and Kevin Durant are 2 of the top 5 best players in the world when they're both healthy. I think they complement each other well. Well, I wouldn't say they're seamless fit, but it's not. It's like Paul and Kawhi to me. Not that different. It's just who's the best player. I don't know. You can't call Kawhi top 5. Yeah, get it. But you can't call Kawhi top 5 when he didn't play his past season. Okay, keep going. Fuck Ingles. Yes, I'm with you on that. When healthy, okay. He's top 5 player on planet Earth, arguably the best. Yeah, I saw that. He is him. I can only imagine KD and Kawhi sharing a locker room. Kawhi staring at KD scrolling through social media after games. That's funny.
That's funny.
KD to me is an engine type player, whereas a player like Simmons is a battery type in card terms. I feel you. Come on now, Dolan is why Kerr wasn't the head coach. Phil's original pick for coach. Then Phil took his money when Dolan meddled.
No, that's not true. Kerr saw Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and he said, "I'm out of here." You kidding me?
Hey, look at big, huge pickup by the Fakers. I'm sorry, they got Toscano Anderson. Don't get it twisted. These
the first Mexican champion in the NBA history.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. In other words, Kyrie, what are you doing over there, Oaks? Calm down. In other words, Kyrie got Latrell Sprewell. Okay. Lakers just got
Juan Toscano Anderson.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Hey,
Length and size.
I got a trivia question for y'all. Who is a Latino basketball player played for Utah back in the 80s? Name him.
Shit.
I don't know.
I used to know it. I forgot.
You should know. His name is. I had his basketball card. His name. He was big as hell. His name was Joel Ortiz.
Actually,
Oubre was decent in Charlotte. He's right about Oubre was decent in Charlotte. Next, Stephen Kelly, Oubre played more games together than KD and Kyrie. That's hilarious.
That's true though.
Bazemore, keep going. Bazemore has more IQ than just basketball. We're obviously talking about basketball IQs, not regular.
Yeah, bro. I'm just
not gonna comment on that shit.
I don't know where they are. Yeah.
Oubre just didn't fit well with us. He was good, but guessing he was not used to the Warrior style. I agree with that. Aiden is not worth the max. Bridges is not worth the max, and Brunson's not worth 104 million. Yes, everybody's overpaid now. Next, Baze has been horrible for years. Yes,
I think Aiden is worth it.
Hey, listen. By the way, congratulations to my cousin. He just had a baby.
Congrats, cousin.
But how can you talk
congratulations.
shit? How can you talk shit about a bad prediction when your team still lost? Amir, you lost to the Celtics, man. You said Celtics in 6. Oh, I think you may be talking about the finals because you said Celtics.
Right. Oh yeah, hater.
Brogdon and Miles Turner when healthy. Okay.
Oh snap! The Nets got Royce O'Neal. Yeah, low key the Nets, yo. I think the Nets are I think that's why Kyrie maybe wants to trade because he senses that they're ready to move on from his ass. Like, look, they are literally getting decent players. They brought Nick Claxton back. They got Royce O'Neal now. What was that? Who was the other one I said that they signed earlier? Oh, fudge.
Royce O'Neal, Patty Mills.
Patty Mills re-up with him. Yo, I love Patty Mills, man. I said this literally during the season. I said this when the season started and in the middle. Good luck, KD, because it's going to be you versus Patty Mills at the end of the day trying to win it all.
Hey, that's a good comment, though. CP3 is the main reason why Ayton wants elsewhere. Many bigs have had the same issues with CP3. He doesn't force the post-up bigs enough sometimes. He likes to do his Chris Paul pick-and-roll game all the time.
I guess I'm just talking to myself, though. Nobody hear me.
We're trying to get through the comments.
No, bro, I was trying to go 50 minutes. We're at an hour 30 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, work? Okay, but yes. Work. I got to go to work in the morning.
Me too.
Y'all doing all the comments?
Yeah. Okay, we got a couple more left. He said I can't. I don't have comments on my YouTube page. This is Dime Dropper. He got fans.
Dude, yeah, the Dime Dropper fam came out in Groves tonight.
That's what's up. They know what time it is.
Yo, Dime Dropper fans. I'm Fabian Perspective. That's Older Great over there. Whoever Ruben is, yo, Ruben, hate is really love in disguise. I love you back.
Stephanie Clay.
Did he say I love you, or are you just saying that?
My bad. Huh?
Did he say I love you?
Stephanie Clay played 45 games.
No.
Katie and Kyrie played 44 games together total in 3 years.
That's
true.
Oh man. All right, next.
What did I do? What did I do?
No, yeah.
When you're talking to Mike, it clashes with everyone.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Marv Albert told Kerr about Dolan and was talked out of the job. Kerr told Knicks no, then went to Golden State. Next. What's up, Amir? Katie going to the Heat, baby.
It's true.
Next. What are the chances Katie and Kyrie gets traded this weekend? Probably high.
Yeah.
Right? High.
That's the last one. I think that was the report that they wanted to actually get this done before the free agency started.
Dime, who was in your room? I legit saw a scary ass shadow on your wall. It was one of my
You see a comment? Where's that comment at?
It was Kyle's takes at 8:40, 3 minutes ago. Is Kyrie the most destructive star in sports everywhere? He goes, it burns and goes to shit.
Oh Lord.
I mean, he's pretty up there.
I mean, say you got ghosts in your shit, Dime.
Also, here's another thing that LeBron did that they're not going to talk about. He made the NBA a 12-month, 24-hour, 24/7
yes, he did.
cycle.
Yes, he did.
Why LeBron did that?
Because of the decision. Yeah, it wasn't like this before that.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
When we were younger, Dom, it was quiet.
Is that more social media or LeBron? Because you have to check in the newspaper and shit.
Both.
Nah.
So imagine if it was the 90s all over again, they would be like Jordan wouldn't have the same. Like they would be searching for every tooth in their little pubic hair.
But they were doing that back then, though. They were doing that back then on him.
No, they respected Jordan, bro.
Fabe, don't act brand new. Don't act like when we were playing when the Bulls was playing y'all, and they talk about the gambling stuff. He was out all night playing gambling, and they tried to hate on him go so hard.
When Dad died, they tried to paint him out.
Exactly. Yeah, he
And then Jordan
okay
rules.
on
It wasn't like
this.
there was no bad press. Jordan rules.
Yo,
Right, but
yes.
that's when it
Sam
started.
Smith ain't Sam Smith to this day still ain't shit for writing that shitty ass book, and I read that book cover to cover. Sam Smith.
It was starting to get a little bad or
Bastard.
whatever it was, but it's not like it is now. Nowhere near it. We don't have the same access. I get it.
That's true.
And maybe you guys, I'll fold. You guys are right.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, I'll give you that. It's not the same as now, but
Yeah, but them
because he
cats
didn't-
caught it. The
and my
big
point-
name players caught it.
and my-
Magic caught it.
And my point really was about the offseason. There was once they stopped playing, there was nothing to talk about because it wasn't as many trades. Wasn't
yeah.
as many,
Now I said it today, man. The NBA in 2022, where the off season more exciting than regular season. At first, it was cool. Now, 5 years later, it fucking sucks.
Wait, what'd you just say?
The off season can be more exciting. Is more exciting than the regular season these days.
The regular season wasn't exciting. You going to tell me the 75th season was not entertaining to you? Fuck out of here, Dime. You a goddamn lie,
Everybody
man.
sits out, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's so many injuries. Everyone sits out. Like every team plays the same style, jacking up threes and high pick and roll. It's like
wow.
I'm not
Spoken
even
like
fan of the way the game is played nowadays. I'm very public about that.
Huh? So you're not the guy who was breaking his neck trying to go to Clipper games, doing fucking podcasts, breaking down games after fucking regular season games and playoffs. What are you talking about right now? Oh, we also had an awesome All-Star where we had the 75 greatest players ever, tribute to them. You know what I'm saying? That was amazing.
Let me tell you something, as Charles Barkley would say. The reason my team is totally different than other guys. You look at last year, my first season of Dime Dropper, I did so many other teams: Celtics, Warriors, Wizards. I watched Hawks and Suns. I watched a ton of their games. This season, only Clippers and Lakers because I was tired of it. Everybody plays the same way. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to catch you in the playoffs. Because back in the day, I used to love these nationally televised games, the Thursday TNT. I turn on the game on Thursday TNT. Giannis is out, and it's a Giannis-less Bucks playing against Luka and the Mavs. That's just not fun. Like, I'd rather go back and watch the timeline. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me.
Yeah, I feel you on that. It's just, yeah.
Anyway, by the way, the last question, it says, Dime, how would you be mad if you woke up tomorrow to find out Kyrie is on your team? Depends at what price.
Ooh,
But
I never wanted him on my team.
Laker fans are begging for him because they would at least want anything but Russ at this point.
free agency rules have changed to where we can talk about players agreeing to this and that. What witnessed today wasn't allowed years ago. Hey, Jay, thanks for reading my mind.
Oh, the colluding that the players do. And that the organizations do with the players. You couldn't do that years ago.
I just seen your man Chris from Who Spaces, Dime Dropper, was talking about that. Did the Knicks tamper with Jalen Brunson? Clearly we did, and so what?
Yeah, I mean, who gives a shit?
All right,
Yeah,
that's all.
they
Everyone doesn't play the same way. I mean, what? It's not how it used to be, man. What do you want to talk about? Your 6'9" Toronto experiment? That's like, it's like you have a bunch of 6'9" guys, like none of which can post up. So then, like, you guys just like are, I don't know, man. You guys are cool. You guys are cool. Like the Suns, run a couple different, a lot of Spain pick and roll, a lot of different variations of high screen and roll. Dude, the Clippers, I think we have a creative offense, but it's a lot of the same. High screen and roll, we post up. Besides Siakam, who posts up?
I'll be honest with you. I think when Boston.
Listen, my bad to cut you off. Back in the day, and this was the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, the East Coast had the Eastern Conference had a distinctively different style than the Western Conference. The NBA is not like that anymore. Everybody runs small ball lineups, 5 out or 4 out, 1 in, and runs high ball screens with their best players, and they make their reads because it's the best way to get shots. And I understand that it is the best way to get shots, but that shit is what it is. The Warriors play very unique. Phoenix, oh yeah, Scotty Barnes does post up. I'll give you that. I fuck with Scotty Barnes. He's got great lower body strength. He's not like most of these young players. But
Barnes is a different level.
I think you're right, man. But Boston, when we went on our run, I think we didn't play like that. That's the way we were playing earlier in the season, and it was to our detriment. And when we finally, started our offense of let's start to move the ball, not just JT and JB, y'all just be ball dominant and just take bad shots, and Smart join them in bad shots. Let's move the ball, find the open man, hit the open man, score off that. I think that's when we went on our run, and we went from 11th to 2nd. So, we were one team that stopped playing like that. I mean, we did play like that at times, but we didn't play like that the entire season.
You guys still run a heavy dose of high screen, though, like everybody else. The Warriors, I'm leaving comment, the one team that plays different is the Warriors. Really distinctively different than the rest. But anyway, and by the way, I'm not making the Dimes a dime dropper team or something. No other team besides the Clippers or Lakers can be a dime dropper team next year. I'm over it. I don't like watching enough of that enough other teams. I personally enjoy the freedom of moving the shit ton of handouts and screens. Hey man, everybody has their own preference. That's why I say it's all up to your opinion. If people love this era, they love it. I've grown tired, but
it could be a little. It could be more creative.
Clippers 2020. My only saving grace is that my team is better than it's ever been. Other than that, it's like shit. The rest of the league does not excite me anymore like that. When I was a kid, man, we wouldn't even be in the playoffs.
Oh, you're tripping. I don't get that. Even with this awesome every free agency, man, for the last like Fabe said earlier, since the decision, it's been dope as shit. You know what I'm saying? So
a bunch of star players running out and tucking their tail between their legs. It's not a good example, man.
And you're on YouTube yapping about it, Dom. So knock it
Guess
off.
what? People fucking listen. I still hate this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't fuck with the league like that. Adam Silver can suck my dick. I don't like Adam Silver. He's a cupcake, man. He made that stupid playing gimmick. But guess what? There's no gimmicks that are gonna save the rest of the league from the Clippers next year.
Dude, the playing is dope. The playing is what makes teams play harder. What you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
You don't like the playing? Wow.
It gives these teams a bigger safety net to me. More load management so we can get, as long as we finish top 10, it's like, I'm not a huge fan of it, man.
Dude, before it was if the closest we can be is 10th, we don't give a shit. Now you can try to get 10th and make the tournament. Like,
and then get bounced in the first round, like get clapped. Like, it's like, to me, it's like, you already allowed 16 out of 30 teams to make the playoffs. The only big American league that is a basketball where the majority of the teams make the playoffs. And you're like, well, you know what? Let's do more participation trophies for everybody. Fuck that, man. This shit is so weak. But anyway, don't get me started. Now I'm getting angry. Like, it's just I've reached my boiling point. So
this dude like FIFA more than he liked the
NBA. I feel like an old. Okay, listen, Phoenix plays Z. You're going Gen Z on my ass. Physicality does not equal a better product. That's your opinion, son. That's your opinion. Some people like it. You feel me? Just like your opinion, you like handoffs.
I like aggressive dime. My favorite is aggressive dime.
It would be tragic if they brought hand checking back. Why? So your favorite players look like a little bit funny under the sun? Because that's what happened.
But here's the thing with that though. I was just thinking about this yesterday. It's not just hand checking. How about the fact that you have an 8-second rule in the half court?
Huh?
You have 8 seconds to get across half court.
Okay, but that's been a thing for how long?
Like 10 years. It hasn't been that long. It was way after hand.
No, ever since I've been watching basketball, it's been an 8-second violation. Hey, Don, the
Pels. Whoa. Don, yes. It used to be a 10-second violation.
Yeah, it did used to be 10.
Yeah, I understand, but not in my lifetime, I'm saying. Maybe not in my time watching basketball, it's been 8.
Yeah.
Listen, my first year watching basketball was 05-06, and Sam Cassell got an 8-second violation that scarred into my brain in Game 5 of the playoffs against the Suns. Against them bum-ass Suns.
It's been that long, 16 years?
It's been that long. Dime, you're right. The Pels didn't get clapped in round 1.
It's not like an echo. Right. You got an echo.
Well, no, the Pels didn't get clapped in round 1 because Devin Booker got hurt, but also because CJ McCollum came mid-season. But listen, you say the play-in's dope. Just wait till your team is the 8th seed, bust their ass without their best players, is 6 games above a 9 seed, and they beat you because Paul George gets COVID in 1 game. Get the fuck out of here. But guess what? That cupcake, the next time I see that cupcake in real life, he's going to be handing hopefully a Western Conference Finals trophy to the Clippers, hopefully.
I tell you one day, I tell you one thing, damn time going in.
We're going to get demonetized because of me now, but it is what it is.
I tell you one thing, Dime, you better, yeah, that's true. You better watch out. I don't even know if they could do this. I don't know if they could do this. And even if they did do it, what kind of team would they have around them? But KD up in Portland would be kind of dope.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, because, I mean, poor Dame ain't never played with like a real superstar for real. So
they're not winning.
Depending on what kind of team they got around them, you never know.
Who can they get around them? And they have a lot of cap space, by the way.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I love the plan. You say that until your team is in it, and you say that until your team is in it, and then losing.
I've tried to pay.
They don't have Wi-Fi.
I've tried. What did they say about the plan? What Kyle say about the plan?
No, he's saying that he's tried the pain of it because the Warriors didn't make it last year because of the plan. They were the 8th seed and Steph Curry got shafted. We lost Steph Curry in the playoffs because of that. So yeah.
Yeah, they should have played better. They lost that game. Yo, we almost done because I sure gotta.
No, I gotta go too. But plug yourselves at the end.
Yo, I just Faye, you want to go first?
No, go ahead. I'm reading.
Yo, this is the Great. High off the glass. I'm gonna put it above the thing. Boom, you see what it is. Feel free to check out the show High Off the THA Glass on Facebook, IG, What is it? YouTube. What is it? Wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, all that stuff. My show is there. Feel free to check it out. Oh, the Great. That's me. I'm Oh, the Great. OTHA Great. I am on Facebook, Twitter the most. That is it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Facebook, IG. Actually, I'm not on IG. High Off the Glass is on IG. I had an IG page, but it got hacked because of this Bitcoin motherfucker hacked my account. It was some bullshit. IG, that's, and you know what? Here's another thing too. I just want to say this real quick. I'm gonna say this rant. IG, Meta, Facebook, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. You need to freaking fix that crap, man. Because here's the thing: somebody's on their page every day, and they talking about what's going on in life. They talking about cannabis. They talking about music. They talking about this, and they talking about that. And then out of nowhere, the very next day, everything on their page is about goddamn Bitcoin, and they've never talked about Bitcoin before. Does that shit make sense? IG, does that make sense? Meta, fix that shit.
I don't know where the fuck O came from with that shit. But Jay, thanks for making my point. If they allowed hand checking, 8 seconds will automatically go back to 10 seconds. So that was my point, Dime. First of all. Second of all, they implemented that rule in 2001 because FIBA implemented it in the year 2000. Now, I am Favorite Perspective. You can catch me at Favorite Perspective Clips, YouTube. Favorite Perspective TV. You see the TV? There's no I, there's no E. Favorite Perspective TV. Get into it. Put it in perspective. All ball with Uncle Ice. Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be on YouTube live just like this. Dom Dropper stepping by. We're on IG Live as well. Oh, the Great you haven't been on. You're a lunatic. You need to jump on there and express yourself about the Boston Celtics and whoever else we compare everybody else to. We are from New York. Live from New York. Just jump on at IG Live. Listen, we are live from New York. Live from LA. Oh, the Great, are you in Boston?
St. Louis.
I'm in St. Louis.
St. Louisville Slugger. Live from 3 cities. Who else gonna bring it to you like that? Nobody.
Coast to coast, like Barkley in his prime, baby. But
coast to coast, LA to Chicago.
What?
Let me get it real quick after Fade done.
Well, I was gonna say, follow me. You already know what it is. Make sure you guys comment on this video for the algorithms, and I'm gonna post the links to their channels somewhere as well by tomorrow. Yes, Phoenix Plays, he already knows. Like and comment for the algorithms. We got 1,000 views damn near on the John Wall reaction. Make sure you guys like and comment this shit like crazy. KD requesting the trade is big news. And make sure to check out my video with Spencer Garrett from Winning Time. And if you haven't seen Winning Time, go check out that show. Make sure it's our biggest guest yet. So I'd love some replies on that and just some feedback, man. I know y'all, come on. It was good. He plays Chick Hearn. So
that show was dope. I'm glad you got an interview with him, man. It was dope as hell.
He fucking interviewed a superstar or a star in the HBO. I never would have thought I was talking to somebody on HBO Max.
All right.
I'm an older guy. I don't know how old you guys are listening to this thing, but listen, give him some likes, spread some love, RT it, do what you gotta do. You want us back on. Tell Don we want those crazy guys back on. They're psycho. That guy is getting high. We want some of that bud because he's crazy.
And check out Dime's interview with old boy from Winning Time. Yo, that shit was dope. Dime is doing it over here, y'all. Y'all know what it is. And check out my man Fabe show, man. Fabian Perspective TV, man. It's the man shit is dope, man. Y'all need to check it out.
Anything else before we signed off?
Yo, Sunday 2 to 3 Central Standard Time. You can find my show. I will put up a link for it on my Twitter page. You can go. My City, My Music. High off the glass on YouTube, My City, My Music. You will go to that page. You will see my show. We will be on there live Sunday from 2 to 3. Check it out, y'all.
Check it out.
Appreciate you guys, though. Have a good night, everybody.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe.
Peace.
Oh shit, gotta end it.
Yeah, he did for real. All right, Daddy, be safe, bro. Good looking, yo.
Easy, we're gonna get back on.
Yo, this was hard. I want to do this again. Yo, you got to come on my show, like I was saying. Like I'm gonna do it from the studio, and you jump on.
You can't do it like this. It's easy.
I could do it like this, but like I said, if we did it from the studio, it would look dope. Like I would be in the studio, and you would be on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're still live, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm about to. I got to get up at 6:30. I'm gonna 5 something.
I gotta get up at 4. So, the Great.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yo, like you, man. Thank you.
All right.
Be safe. All right, fat. Yo,